So, hey guys, now before I review my Aquaman number 4 for you guys, I have to tell you guys that I will be posting up a Christmas present video for you guys since I've been seeing a lot of people doing it. So I probably might as well share, what I got for you guys and make a little update video for you guys to tell you, what's going on and stuff like that. Especially talking about my 100 subscriber video because I still haven't gotten to that yet and I have a reason why. But I'll let you guys know in that update video. If the last present comes in today, then I will. But if not, then you guys are going to have to wait a little bit longer. And I'm really, really, really sorry. But yeah, so today I picked up, of course, like I said, Aquaman. And I picked up Teen Titans. And DC Universe Online Legends. Number 20. So we're hitting the 20 mark right now. So we only have 6 more issues before that series ends. So let's begin Aquaman number 4 review. So in the last issue, those fish type of creatures took these like whole bunch of humans and brought them back down to their home in the trench to actually feed their civilization, or dying civilization as they're being called right now. So what happens is, of course, Aquaman and Mera go down and try to save them. So that's what happens, and that's what issue 4 picks up off. Mera and Aquaman are traveling down to the trench and trying to rescue the civilians that are down there in the trench. So they're swimming and swimming and swimming, and then later on they find this like mysterious big ship. So at first they thought that, oh, maybe they built this and this is their home, but then we find out that this isn't really built by them because this whole ship was basically Atlantean, because it had all these like little symbols all over it, and of course Aquaman notices it and says like, oh, these symbols are ancient, like I can barely read them, but I know they're part of Atlantean language or something like that. So that's what happens, and of course they go and swim in, and they think that maybe either these creatures have inhabited the ship and killed off everybody that was in there, or either they own the ship, or I don't know what's going on. But so of course Aquaman travels inside and he finds a dead baby floating in the water, not like a real dead human baby, but like one of those creatures, like a little dead fish floating around. And then of course Mera says, yeah, this is a dying race, that's why they brought these humans down here for them to feed on them, because they're dying and they need food. And of course Aquaman wants to resolve the situation. He doesn't want to kill them off. Mera wants to kill off all these creatures. She said they're dangerous. They're just nothing but mindless creatures. They deserve to die because they're harm to human beings. And of course Aquaman says, of course that's what Atlanteans says about humans. They're dangerous for us. We shouldn't affiliate with ourselves with them and stuff like that. And yeah, but Aquaman wants to find another way to save these creatures, try to help them. So as they're swimming down and they reach this whole big gigantic room full of these creatures, and they find their queen, and of course they start attacking Aquaman, and Aquaman finds where the civilians are was on top of the ceiling. So he and Mera go up and try to push the ceiling up to the surface of the ocean, and of course they can't do it by themselves with the creatures on their tail. So of course Aquaman buys time for Mera to go all the way up there. So as he's trying to distract the creatures, he wants to help them, but there's nothing he can do because right now they're in danger and he can't really talk to them. So and they're just blindly attacking Aquaman and hurting him, and the queen's coming up to eat Aquaman. And so Aquaman has no choice. He has to kill these creatures. So he activates an old volcano or like lava thingy. I'm sorry, I don't know this, but yeah, there's like this old volcano down there. He activates it, and of course the lava starts shooting out, kills the queen, and all the creatures are swimming up and wanting to take Aquaman with him. So of course Aquaman breaks off a piece of rock that's hanging out from the trench, and the rock of course blocks the lava or volcano from erupting all the way up into the surface of the ocean. So he blocks it with this piece of big chunk of rock, and of course he swims off with Mera, and he feels a bit down because he wasn't able to save them. And Mera says there's nothing you can do. right? And he saves every single civilian. Some didn't make it, and only a few, but a lot of them still came up back alive. And of course, I love the most sweetest moment in this comic was he saved a little boy, and the little boy said, "Aquaman, you're my favorite superhero." And I just thought that was really sweet, of him to say that. People, of course, at first doubted Aquaman, and to have this little kid say that to Aquaman just made him smile, and it's just a happy feeling. And after that, it just basically he just feels bad that he wished he could do something. He wished he could change things and help these creatures. But of course, Mira says nothing you can do. And of course, the last police officer from the last issue, or the second issue, comes over and drops off the dog because the owner died because of the creatures. And of course, they adopt this dog, and then they're asking, what should we call this dog? And they said, how about you call him Aqua Dog? And then they're all like, really? Aqua Dog? And then the police officer's like, oh, he doesn't know how to swim. And they're like, don't worry, we'll teach him how to swim. And that's, I guess, the end of this arc. And I have to say, it was an okay little backstory for Aquaman, little beginning for him. And then now we're going to, then they end off with saying that they're going to find out what happened or who sank Atlantis. And I have an answer to that question. Who sank Atlantis? It was Kratos. It was Kratos, right? That he sank Atlantis in one of the video games I remember that he sank Atlantis. But yeah, of course, that would be a funny battle. Aquaman versus Kratos. That would be like Lord King Trident versus Kratos or Poseidon versus Kratos in God of War 3. But that's speaking ahead of myself. But yeah, I really like Aquaman. Still doing pretty good. Still a little bit gimmicky where they're all still making fun of him and stuff like that. But yeah, it's overall still good. I like this. Hopefully you guys keep picking up Aquaman. And I said you should still keep picking it up. After this story arc is over, you want to know what's going to happen to Atlantis, right? So I am hoping this storyline is going to be great. Finding out who sank Atlantis and maybe have Aquaman have a big epic battle with him. Who knows? But yep, that's my review of Aquaman.